Welcome back to the channel, and I have something special to share with you all today. Some of you may have seen I conducted a poll recently to see which Telecaster style bridge pickup you wanted me to try out, and the overwhelming winner of the options presented was the Seymour Duncan Joe Bonamassa Broadcaster bridge pickup. So a little bit about this. It is a Alnico 4 magnet pickup, obviously made in the custom shop. You can see there's MJ's initials on it. I'm actually very pleased because I like a hotter Telecaster bridge pickup. The average DC resistance on these is 8.86. This one is actually 9.1, so it's a little bit hotter. That's a very small difference, but that makes me happy. So I don't claim to be an expert on this because I've never actually had the privilege of playing a real broadcaster, but I think they're thought of to have a little bit darker sound, a little bit fatter sound than a 52, say, a Telecaster bridge pickup. I've always heard them referred to as their own animals, and of course, you can check out Joe Bonamassa's videos about his broadcaster, including his for these very pickups that he demonstrates in a Squire, which was very impressive. Of course, Joe's so good, it doesn't matter what he's playing. Another famous broadcaster player is Mike Campbell, best known for being the lead guitarist in Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Though some think his broadcaster is really more of a parts caster, but it definitely, in my opinion, has that broadcaster sound, as I've heard it explained by those who actually get to play them. So what I'm going to do is, since this is such an incredibly well-regarded pickup, is not just compare it against anything. I'm going to put it in my Butterscotch Telecaster, a parts caster, which has a Seymour Duncan hot bridge pickup. That's 16K resistance, which of course that's not the only indicator of output, but it's a good baseline. So it's even hotter than this, which of course hotter doesn't necessarily mean better, but that is my favorite sounding traditional Telecaster single coil bridge pickup. That is definitely my favorite. It's fat, it's hot, but it still has the Tele bite. So I'm going to be comparing it with this to give it a true challenge rather than put it in a Squire or something like that. So this is, as they say in sports, good on good. So I'm going to install this and do some sound samples and let you guess which is which, then come back and do some sound samples of just this great pickup. And let me say I got it from Musician's Friend for $160. Take a look at it. It is aged. You can get it from the custom shop directly, not aged, but frankly the shipping is like $29. I'm assuming they send it like 2-day shipping insured or something like that, which is worth it. And if to get it quick and to ensure you're getting it, but frankly to get it free shipping from Musician's Friend, the only difference is it being aged to not aged, not a big deal to me. So it'd be very interesting to see how this turns out. So with no further ado, I will get this installed in the Telecaster, and next thing you will see and hear are the sound samples, and it'll be going through a Vox AC10 for the clean sounds, and then you'll see the settings on the screen right now, and a Tech 21 Screaming Blonde Sans Amp for some tube screamer type overdrive. You'll see the settings on the screen right now. So let's get to it. And we are back. Before I reveal which is which, let me say that every sound sample was recorded with an SM57 in the center of the speaker, close mic'd, going directly into the audio interface into Logic with no post-production editing. So that being said, pickup A was the broadcaster and pickup B was the hot Seymour Duncan bridge pickup. So this was a case where they both did pretty much exactly what the specs say on paper. I thought the broadcaster had a little more bite, more treble, a little more high mids, and the hot lead pickup had more low end, not as much bite, a little more low mids. I think that for the cleaner sounds, I tended to prefer the broadcaster. It got closer on the higher gain sounds. Of course, nothing there was super high gain, which might not have quite been a fair fight, but suffice to say, I'm really impressed with the broadcaster pickup, given that the hot lead bridge pickup is my all-time favorite true single coil Tele bridge pickup. And on most of those sound samples, I frankly like the broadcaster better. So that is saying a lot. I think it sounds exactly like I've been described the broadcaster sound over the years. It's a little bit hotter, a little bit more mid-range, a little bit darker, but still a lot of bite compared to, say, an early 50s actual Telecaster pickup. So now that we've compared these two, I'm going to get you some more sounds with the Seymour Duncan Custom Shop Joe Bonamassa 1950 broadcaster bridge pickup. Okay, we have the Seymour Duncan Custom Shop Joe Bonamassa bridge pickup going through a Boss Katana with a 12-inch speaker, treble, mids, and bass on 7, volume 7, gain 5, the crunch channel. I think it's a great classic rock rhythm sound. Very nice. Now let's kick it up to the lead channel, higher gain. Sounds good with a little more gain, despite the fact that it's a vintage pickup. The clarity and brightness really give it some good articulation. it sounds great. Now let's go to the brown sound. The Boss Katana. And we are back. I hope those sound samples were helpful. I want to give you something a little bit different there with just the room mic and the Katana as opposed to a tube amp, just to see how this pickup does in a different kind of environment. Thought it performed great. Thought for a vintage pickup, it actually handled higher gain well. Great rock rhythm sounds, great lead sounds. I'm really impressed with this pickup. I am going to leave it in for the foreseeable future. Which is saying a lot given that the hot lead is, again, my favorite all-time single coil Telecaster bridge pickup. One thing I'm debating what I'm going to do, you might have seen that the pickups in the during the sound samples, where it's pickup A, pickup B, the base plates are shaped differently, which means that given that Seymour Duncan typically winds them in the same direction, this mounted upside down compared to the hot bridge pickup. So maybe aficionados might know this, that I'm assuming that's how they were made back then, but that means that it was backwards and it is out of phase with this pickup, which is a Seymour Duncan vintage stack. So I'm debating what to do about that. You can modify these pickups if you know what you're doing, but I'm probably not. I might use this as an excuse to get the neck pickup of that set with the to match the broadcaster. So stay tuned for that, because I do really like this pickup, but I'm eager to see how the true set sounds together. So that might be coming up in the future. But again, I'm thoroughly impressed with the Joe Bonamassa Seymour Duncan Custom Shop broadcaster bridge pickup. It does exactly what it's supposed to. Sometimes I really like these pickups, but think, oh, it's not worth the price. If that's the sound you're looking for, I think this one is worth the price. And I'm really glad I compared it against the hot lead pickup and not a Squire pickup or anything like that, because even though the Squire pickups are fine, they're Alnico 5 magnets on the Classic Vibes, for example. This was a good comparison because you won't expect a lot of a pickup that costs this much coming from the custom shop, and in my opinion, it delivered. So stay tuned to see if I get the neck pickup and do a video about that. I would love to, actually. It's probably going to happen. I look forward to playing with this, recording with it, and seeing what this great pickup can do. So if you have any questions, leave them below. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, keep on rocking.